When they would have found the time to go and check on each patient, may then have been too late if I was not there to give my dad those sips of water. So now my brain is telling me that during that night when he was left on his own unassisted, he may have called out for help. He may have called out because his throat was dry, he was thirsty, he needed water. May have called out for his wife. He may have called out my name. I know he called out for help because he did it while I was there too. He was thirsty. He was calling out for help. Nurse, please help me. I need water. I can't breathe. My throat is dry. Please give me water. He said those words while I was there. They told me, wait, we almost finished shift changing and then you will get everything. I had to shout at them to hurry up with the glass of water and the jug of water that was just taking their time and bringing it in. Then they brought it and put it on the table. I poured the water into the glass and gave my dad sips. If I was not there to do that, that could have been the last time that my father was here. So I know deep in my heart that something was definitely wrong during those last few hours. And I know that he would have called out for help. But honestly, I just, when the report comes back, I would prefer to read that he died in his sleep. At least that would give me some closure. They didn't let me see him the night before. I saw him every single day. We had nice chats, we sat down together. And that one day they did not let me see him. He did not see me that last day. But he saw his missus, he saw my stepmom, my auntie mum, he saw her. And I was still happy. I was happy that he saw her. I would have preferred that he saw her, because we was given an ultimatum, either you come or either she comes. So even though we told them in HDU we was both allowed to see them, not at the same time, we took it in turns, but we were both allowed to see him. So he saw the two people that were most important in his life, that were spending time with him in his need. In his time of need, we were there for him. So he was happy that we was there. And for that one day that they did not let me see him, and I didn't push past them to go and see him, just because of the fact that if I saw him then, they wouldn't have allowed my mother to come and see him. And I can't do that to my mother. She has to see him. So I stepped back and I spoke to him instead on the phone, and we had a nice chat. He was really happy. He had some food and he was being positive. He was saying that he's going to come home soon. He was so happy. I was so happy. I said, Dad, that's fantastic. You're eating now. That's great. Don't worry. When you come out, I'll take you out for a meal. I'll treat you. All the foods that you want, I'll make sure that you eat those foods because you love that. You wanted that. That's all he could think about. He was a happy man. He was a proud man. He was a happy man. We had a great time together. used to tell me stories of when he used to work for British Rail in West Croydon and Sutton. And I remember when I was little, so I'm brought up in Croydon. You see, I'm born here, and me and my younger brother were born here. My children were born here. My two sons. We were all born in the same hospital. Croydon. At the time, it was called Mayday Hospital. Now they've changed the name, and if they've called it Croydon University Hospital. But same hospital, same location, and everything. So yeah, Dad was well known in Croydon and many places. East London. He moved to Nelson. He had his opera bypass in Blackpool. You know, he went quite a few places. He travelled quite a few countries. You know, he's met a lot of Asian actors, a lot of Bollywood actors, and a lot of Pakistani actors. And he used to like have photos taken with them, and then used to be invited and go attend gatherings and so on. So um, he's a very happy-go-lucky man. Spread positivity and joy everywhere he went. So I know God works in mysterious ways. And maybe it was his time. But I just feel it wasn't his time. He was making a recovery, because if it was his time, he would have gone during the operation. But the operation was successful. The operation was successful. He made it through the operation. The recovery was successful. But when they moved him from HDU, where they was monitoring his health on a constant basis, and all the other patients around there, to a ward where he was left on his own during the night to suffer and pass away in his last hours without anyone around him, all on his own. And I know he would have called out for help, but no one was there to hear his cries. And to find out today that they're asking us, are you sure he was diabetic? It infuriates me that they knew every single thing, and now they're behaving so stupidly that it's unbelievable. These are caregivers, medical qualified professionals who study for years and years and years and years, and they're talking like they was born yesterday. I don't understand. We're not in a third world country. This is the United Kingdom. This is UK, part of London. And this type of carelessness is taking place. When I speak to people and relatives and tell them this is what's happening, they're telling me, but that's the UK. You've got the best caregivers there. better than what you got anywhere else. And we can't believe this is happening. They said we expect this to happen in our countries, but the UK, negligence, not knowing how the patient passed away. Oh, we think it might have been a cardiac attack, cardiac arrest. I said, what do you mean you think it might have been? Don't you know? Wasn't there anyone around at that time? Oh, it can happen at any time and nobody would know what happened. Okay, so he wasn't being monitored. He's just come out of HDU. He's in a major bowel cancer operation. You're telling me he wasn't monitored? And then to find out we think he passed away sometime in the early hours of the morning. So they don't know what time he passed away. If he was being monitored on a regular basis like he was in HDU, the high dependency unit, then he would still be here now. It's because of their carelessness that he is not here anymore. So how can this happen in a professional country like this?